been a week since, almost a week, I think, last Thursday, since I sent you the last text message or tried calling you or anything. And it's going to continue that way. You know, like I've said in the past, or, the week previous, mentioned it many times, I watched the video that of our conversation at Roaring Springs. Watched it over and over the last 3 weeks. And a lot of little things that jumped out at me, and I've commented on them before. The fact that you didn't even, call to tell me you were having Rosie have surgery. You didn't offer to let me walk with her or see her before it. It was a serious thing. This wasn't just, trimming toenails or, scraping her teeth or something. This was required stitches, which means cutting her open and all types of shit. And you didn't even have the decency to call and say, hey, she's having it tomorrow. Do you want to walk with her or see her? And like I pointed out before, what I realized a couple weeks ago, or just kind of dawned on me, was the reality that, if considering she was having such a serious procedure, you still didn't find it in your heart to contact me and tell me, or to let me see her, then the reality is there's nothing to indicate that you would let me see her for just a general ordinary day, a walk in the park, a beautiful day, a first day of spring, a first day of summer. And maybe it's a little more complicated than that. Maybe he went with you to the surgery and you were afraid to tell me. I don't know. But even so, you could have called the day of, you could have called the day after, the day before. You could have said, look, she's having a surgery. Do you want to see her? I'm not going to tell you what day it is, but it is coming up. Would you like to see her beforehand? There was a lot of ways you could have let me know. And, like you even said, how did you know? You didn't know she was having a surgery. You're right. I didn't know. I had to assume it based on what you said, but I didn't know when, because you didn't want me to know when, And, and then, the reality is the last 3 months since New Year's, you've systematically limited contact with me. You started by kind of changing, first of all, limiting phone calls, to once a week, every 10 days, to now, I don't know when we'll ever talk again. Then, and at the same time you started doing that, you started after New Year's changing your patterns. Now, I don't know for sure if you did that to avoid me. I don't know. Maybe there was a life change. Something changed in your life. Maybe you got approved for the you came to a settlement over your workers' comp, and you started riding horses, but and maybe you and him started seeing each other at different times, or you don't go out from 6 to 7 or 6 to 9 as much, so you're not out looking in dumpsters at 8 o'clock. I don't know. I'm sure you didn't stop looking in dumpsters. And when I saw you at Roaring Springs, you sure had plenty of meat pictures and things, and I assumed a lot of those were new. So you're still dumpster diving, and your car still looked like you were dumpster diving. So I just don't know when you do it. Maybe you go out at 11 o'clock at night. Maybe you Go at 6. I suspect maybe you go in the afternoon, 6 o'clock or something. But you just switched it from. You probably go dumpster diving before you go see them instead of after. But I even noticed like changes in the pattern. Like I started seeing you at home at 6:30, 7 o'clock, 7:30. Where you for 4 months you were never fucking home at 6:30, never. And then I started noticing more recently, you were gone all afternoon. From noon to fucking 5 o'clock, your car wasn't home. Or your car was home. That was another one then. Then I started seeing your car's home all the time. I guess I probably made a comment about your car being gone all day. So then you said, okay, I'll just have him pick me up instead. And figured by doing that, I don't know, you throw me off. But it doesn't really change nothing because I also know you ain't staying at fucking home from 12 o'clock to 5 o'clock in the afternoons, ever. You never did, and you never will. Unless you're fucking bedridden. Because you got something wrong with your psyche. There's something wrong with you. I don't know what it is. You can't stand being home. I don't know if you can't live with yourself. Guilt bothers you, past guilt. Who fucking knows? I don't know. But people who can't be alone with themselves, they're fucking they have serious problems, and I know you have serious problems. And considering what you did to me, I don't think it was probably that unusual for you. I know you cheated on other men, and I know you jumped from one man to another, so you don't have any problems with that, with doing that. But I do think consciously, I think it probably, that you've done a lot of dirty shit. You probably fucked a lot of men. You probably fucked your husband over. That's why you didn't even hold it against him later. Like, it's the same way with me. A woman who's really beaten and this and that and leaves because she's scared and abusive, she don't come back 3 weeks later screaming outside the car, I love you, I'm so sorry, the dogs love you, you're not going to go to jail, blah, blah, blah. They don't do that. They're scared to death. You weren't scared to death. You never were scared to death. And I think your conscience gets the best of you, and that's why you don't want to sit alone at home. So you're not sitting at home alone. So when I see your car there all day long, that doesn't tell me, oh wow, she's sitting at home and crying. No, it tells me somebody came and got you, whether that was that morning or the night before, and you just never went fucking home. And that's probably more like it. But, I don't care enough to sit there and, drive down at 8 o'clock and 9 o'clock, or sit there all day long and wait to see him bring you home. I've done it for an hour here or there a couple times. But, I don't care enough to sit all day long waiting to see when he comes and gets you. I already seen the motherfucker. I already know he ain't on my motherfucking level. Just because he's 20 years younger don't make him fucking sexier. And don't make him shit. And believe me, you might say, well, in another 10 years, Rob, you'll be 60 and he'll only be 40. In another 10 years, bitch, you ain't going to be with him. You think he's keeping you around 10 more fucking years? You're fucking retarded. You're fucking retarded. Because guess what? You'll be 62. And I suspect, to be honest, even at 60, I'll still be sexier than the motherfucker is at 40. I know I'll be smarter. So, considering all this, and I'm getting to a point, I cried. You know why I just cried? I cried because of Rosie. I didn't even cry over you. I cried over Rosie. Rosie and Buddy were always great to me. You interjected them into your crazy psycho bullshit, running off, taking them with you so you can go suck somebody's dick in a parking lot, you dirty whore. You did that to them. That's why Buddy, when I saw him, he's now starting to, he didn't even come over to me. Not because you already got him trained for the other fucking dude. That's how dirty you are. And you'll be telling him, it's your daddy. Yeah. Yep. Because you women have no fucking, most of you women, honestly, you have no conscience. You have no sense of loyalty, of commitment. It's whatever's best for you in the moment, in that very fucking moment. That's what you live by. And you're one of the worst I've ever met for that, really. So, these communications are getting fewer and further between. I think what I'm going to do with this is upload it to YouTube. The truth of the matter is I've uploaded probably 10 videos in the last week to YouTube. And you've watched, I think, one. You got on the other night and watched the video for 5 minutes. There were 10 other videos. You watched the shortest one. I don't know if you did it intentionally. And, admittedly, I made a comment or two about girls, or me texting a girl. And, I'm sure that probably bothered you. Well, fuck you. Fuck you. How about that? Well, fuck you. Bothered you. Fuck you. You threw me out of the fucking house with a police fucking order, you dirty bitch. So you could go get a fucking 30-year-old's dick. What do I owe you? I owe you jack shit. Fuck you. You're having your little... What the fuck is wrong with you? I mean, you something fucking seriously wrong. You're wearing Roaring Springs and you're having a fucking nervous breakdown thinking about me fucking other bitches. I mean, what the fuck is wrong with you? While every day you run off and basically play house with a fucking 30-year-old raising his fucking kids, you weirdo. And you're gonna cry because you think I might have fucked some other girls since you fucking threw me out. I mean, get the fuck. What the fuck is wrong with you? You seriously got mental fucking problems. I mean, clearly. So yeah, I just, I'm coming into Altoona right now to go to the gym. I work in Johnstown, at least for the next couple of weeks. I don't know what, my office is in Johnstown, but they said they may have me just do cells out in Altoona, which would mean I'll be in Altoona more, but for now I'm training and stuff in Johnstown. So I haven't even really been around Altoona in the last 4 or 5 days. And I've been going to the Planet Fitness in Johnstown, getting to tan again, starting to build my tan back up a little bit, and yeah, I'm dating somebody, and that helps, to be honest with you. That's been helping to get you off of my fucking mind. Like I said, right now I'm on my way to the gym, and usually what I used to do is I would come down 17th Street, I'd turn, I'd go to your house, I'd drive past your house, see if you're home. For what? I don't know. Because the truth of the matter is, if I see your car there, it doesn't even mean you're fucking home. So, that was another big part of it, is once I realized that, like, when I started seeing your car at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, your car's home the whole fucking night, and I realized, yeah, that doesn't mean she's home, it just means her car's there. That means she got picked up. Now, do I know that definitively, for sure, 100%? Well, when you do it a few days in a row, you pretty much can tell, yeah, because I know you don't ever sit at fucking home. But either way, what's the time? Like, if your car's not home, then I say, okay, she's gone with him. If your car is home, I say, okay, she got picked up by him. So, what's the point of even going past? Because, maybe, it's a bias on my part. Maybe I just automatically assume the worst. But, the reality is, if I went past at 3 o'clock and your car was there, and then I went past at 4 o'clock and your car was gone, no, I wouldn't conclude that you were gone at 3 o'clock, came home, got dropped off, and then picked up. No. But if your car's gone at 1 o'clock, or your car's home at 1 o'clock, it's home at 2 o'clock, it's home at 3 o'clock, then yeah, I'm going to conclude, oh, this bitch, she just she just got picked up because she hasn't been home, because there's no way she's fucking sitting at home all day long. You know what I mean? It's just... Anyway, I'm going to upload this, and, if you watch it, then you can get an idea. I don't know if you checked in on YouTube the other day just to see if I was still alive, because you knew you hadn't heard from me all weekend, or what. I don't know. And really, I don't care, because if that's all you could do, you didn't call, you didn't text, If all you can do is do that, what's going to eventually happen is I'm going to stop posting to YouTube too. One of the main reasons I even make these videos is for my own personal use. It's like having a journal, you know. And I'm driving, and I can